Our Guided Field Sharpener is easily our most gifted sharpener, and for good reason. It's built like a tank, it's easy to use, but I see people using it wrong all the time. I've got 5 tips I'm gonna give you to get the most out of your GFS. One of the first mistakes I see most people make is they take this sharpener, they get it as a gift, and they stuff it right in their pack. The next time they actually see the sharpener is when they need to use it, and that's setting yourself up for failure. You want to learn how to use this sharpener at home before you head out in the field, so you're familiar with how to get an edge back on your knife. I've got 3 knives in front of me that all look pretty similar, but you'd be surprised at how differently you need to approach each edge. So each knife's a little different. Understand those nuances on the sharpener that you're using, so that when you're in the field, you're not frustrated trying to get a knife sharp that you don't know how to sharpen. The next most common mistake I see with the Guided Field Sharpener is the concept that you need to go through every grit to resharpen your knife. That's just not true. With any sharpener, not just the GFS, you don't always need to go back to diamond to get your knife sharp again. A lot of times you just need to go back to the ceramics. So don't start sharpening your knife with diamond every single time. Just step back to like a ceramic stage, and that'll usually bring that edge back without having to go through as much work. Take it easy on yourself. The next step is one that you've heard before if you've ever watched our content. Don't press too hard. Pressure is key when it comes to raising a burr on a knife. And what I mean by that is if you're pushing too hard, you're gonna not only wear out your plates too fast, you're also reaching a place where you're gonna start getting dangerous with this. This is a handheld sharpener, and if I'm pushing too hard, I'm not only gonna mess up the angle I'm trying to be consistent at, I'm also risking hurting myself because I'm holding on to a sharpener and the knife at the same time. Be safe, light pressure, let the abrasives do the work, and you'll have a lot more success out of the gate. The next thing I see people using the GFS for is a little overkill. Just because the sharpener can sharpen almost everything doesn't mean it's the best tool for everything. It's great. You can remove the diamond plates, they come right off. You can get to your garden tools like your pruners, your shears, things like that. You can actually bring the sharpener to your axe and perform some maintenance on them. Make a few passes, keep the edge sharp. You can even try to use this on larger knives. But where it runs into issues with the bigger knives is you don't have enough plate necessarily to do the whole thing. What I'm getting at is this sharpener is great, it's versatile and it does a lot, but there's probably a better sharpener specifically for some of the tasks you're asking this little guy to do. That brings me to my last point, which is this isn't necessarily the best sharpener to learn on. Can you learn to sharpen a knife on this? Yes, it's got the angle guides, it's all there. You can build that muscle memory. But when you're learning to sharpen, you want to set yourself up for success by using a larger stone that's stable and on a bench. So what I mean by that is this is a wider stone and I'm removing a variable. By holding the sharpener, I can move my wrist up and down and I can move the knife. By having the sharpener be stationary and bringing the knife to the sharpener, makes it a lot easier to learn the basics of sharpening and then bring those principles out into the field with the field sharpener. If the GFS is all you have and you want to learn on it, one tip I'll leave you with is this. Instead of holding on to the sharpener and sharpening, learn by setting the sharpener on a flat surface, just like our bench stone, and make passes freehand, but eliminating the need to move the sharpener. Once you get the basics down, then you can learn to build that burr with the sharpener in hand as well. Okay guys, if you found this video helpful, if you learned something about your Guided Field Sharpener, do us a favor, like, subscribe, it really helps us out. If I left something out, maybe I didn't cover something that you thought I would, leave a comment down below. We can always come back to it. We love interacting with you guys down in there. One last tip I'll leave you with the Guided Field Sharpener is maintenance. Make sure you keep those diamonds clean, take a brush to them, get the deposits out of it. You can take an eraser and clean up your ceramics, but keep it clean. Take care of your sharpener. Sharpen will take care of you. Thanks for watching, guys.